welcome to Life Matters. I'm your bespectacled host, Brendan O'Connell. The tentacles of promiscuity, contraception, and abortion entrap many facets of our American society that at first glance most folks would have never suspected. Many venerable American institutions have been targeted, infiltrated, subverted, and indoctrinated by the pro-abortion industry. One such traditional organization is the Girl Scouts USA. Moreover, this pro-abortion subversion and indoctrination of Girl Scouts has gone worldwide. Today's show investigates what really is going on with the Girl Scouts. Why are their role models ardent pro-abortionists such as Betty Friedan, Elizabeth Gurley Flynn, Gloria Steinem, and Dolores Huerta, who received Planned Parenthood's highest honor, the Margaret Sanger Award? And why do Girl Scout USA want to sexualize girls at a young age? Why are there links to Planned Parenthood and the feminist majority and other pro-abortion groups just to earn their Girl Scout scouting badge? And what about the fundamental teachings of the Girl Scouts in its books called the Journey series? Finally, the Girl Scouts annual membership fee is $12 per person. With more than 3.5 million Girl Scouts in America, how much is being diverted or passed through to pro-abortion groups each year? Our guest, who was formerly involved with the Girl Scouts, gives us her findings, insights, and thoughts. Today's guest was born in Sacramento, California. She lived overseas in Guam and Thailand while growing up. Her collegiate studies took her to Kennesaw State University, where she majored in early childhood education. Nowadays, she lives in Marietta, Georgia, with her husband Louis, son Gabe, and daughter Madeline. Our guest, her sister Lisa, founded an organization called Girl Scouts WhyNot.com. Well, welcome, Rochelle Focaracci.
Well, thank you for having me.
Rochelle, how did you first become involved with the Girl Scouts?
Well, my daughter she became interested in Girl Scouts in kindergarten at our Catholic school. They had put out some flyers about joining the Girl Scouts there as kindergartners, and she would become a daisy during that year. And I became a co-leader in her first grade year. And I was a leader for 4 years, and Madeline, my daughter, was in the Girl Scouts for 5 years.
So would that be first through fifth grade?
Kindergarten through fourth grade. Madeline was involved, yes.
And then when did you first become aware of Girl Scouts USA indoctrinating young girls about promiscuity, contraception, and abortion?
Well, our family, we were all raised Catholic, and my sister had actually fallen away from the church, and then she was coming back into the church, and those Catholics that are cradle Catholics and come back have a reconversion. It's very, very powerful. And my sister Lisa started sending me articles with concerns about the Girl Scouts. So I started reading them in the year of 2008, and I really had a hard time believing the information that I was reading. I asked her if there was any hard evidence, videos, documentation from the Girl Scouts website, maybe even something from the Girl Scouts books. She didn't have anything. She just had articles that were written by different Christian pro-life organizations. So we started looking. Our family started actively looking. My sister, my dad, my mom, my husband, and myself. And the more we dug, the more horrified we became.
Well, for instance, where did you find information? Where did you find this?
One of the first things that we looked at was a book from that was copyrighted in 1995, and it is a book for senior Girl Scouts. And we actually have this on our website, on our Girl Scouts resources page. And in that book, they talk about decisions that girls might need to make in the future, and that they really need to think about these things so that they're ready in the future to make these hypothetical,
Yeah, that sounds rather innocuous.
Yes, yes.
How did you become horrified?
Well, the list included many different things that they would make choices on, and last on the list was, in quotes, ending a pregnancy. What is ending a pregnancy? That's abortion. That is the words from this Girl Scout book, 1995, Girl Scout handbook for seniors. Mm-hmm. Ending a pregnancy is abortion, and these are discussions that these girls were supposed to decide for something about the future that they, would need to know about and be ready for that decision later on in life.
Did you see it getting progressively worse then after 1995?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was a whole series of books that were called the Studio 2B books. And granted, my daughter, our daughter, was not that age, but, my sister's sending us this information. We've just started digging. But the Studio 2B books, the resources in the back of the books were, if the girls had looked into these resources, they were going to be connected to Planned Parenthood, to the Girl Zone. All these were pro-abortion groups. Stay Teen, and this is all on our website as well.
Safe Teen, S-A-F-E Teen?
Stay Teen, S-T-A-Y.
Now, that was a Planned Parenthood website?
No, it was actually a very pro-abortion group that links to Planned Parenthood. So, it's down the road. You keep on looking, and they have live links on this website.
Mm-hmm. And when do you think the pro-abortion industry took over the Girl Scouts?
Oh, goodness. It's been going on for quite a while, and I just know parents are not aware of this at all. The website, honestgirlscouts.com, has a great resource. They actually have a whole list of the history, a whole page dedicated to the history of this connection, starting way back in the 60s and 70s.
The Honest Girls, is that a more pro-life website, would you say?
It is very pro-life website. They are in this, they're one of the mission groups that are fighting this to show the truth about the Girl Scouts and their indoctrination. It's Honest Girl Scouts.
Honest Girl Scouts.
And they're out of California.
HonestGirlScouts.com or .org?
.com, yes, sir. And they have a great, it's just a wonderful resource showing the whole history, mm-hmm. starting way back when.
And why do you think Girl Scouts USA wants to sexualize young girls and teenagers?
Well,
isn't that opposite the real mission of Girl Scouts?
Well, yes, and that's what we all thought. It is opposite. It's very opposite, and leaders really don't know this is happening, and it was very subtle, and then it's been slowly creeping in more and more because they've gotten away with it through that senior Girl Scout handbook in 1995, and then Studio 2B through the early 2000s and the mid 2000s, and then now we have the Journeys program, the Journeys curriculum. It is horrifying. There are so many links and pro-abortion role models, websites that they and groups that they tell the girls to go and check out that are very pro-abortion.
So is the journeys, is that the basic tenets? Is that what the girls study? And how old are the girls that are studying the journey or the journey.com, or what is it again?
It is the Journey series, and they actually start in kindergarten. And again, it's very subtle in kindergarten. And then once you get in 4th and 5th grade, they actually start placing these little subtle things in there. Girl Scouts USA actually decided, after many people had complained, to edit some of the books. So I think this is huge when they agree that there's a problem and they want to edit the books, and they've agreed to it.
When did they agree to that? Was that a more recent times?
Yes, that was actually in February of this year. They put out a list, and it included 4 books, but there are so many more problematic pro-abortion ties into the other books. And on our website, on the very top of our homepage, there is a link to this long list of pro-abortion groups that they advocate for, these role models and direct links. Mm-hmm. The 4 books that they decided that they would change, recently a bunch of us from these 4 different mission groups, Speak Now Girl Scouts, Honest Girl Scouts, 100 Questions for the Girl Scouts, and then ours, Girl Scouts Why Not, we sent a bunch of the families out to the Girl Scout stores to see if, in fact, Girl Scouts USA was going to do what they promised, which would be to edit these books. They said they were basically going to sell books until they ran out, and they would have a reprint. But until then, they were going to provide stickers over the erroneous material, or they would supply replacement pages. Girl Scouts USA, their national website, has that information, but there's only just a few of the councils. There's 110 to 112 councils in the United States. Oh, just maybe 5 that we know of has this information. Our particular council in Atlanta, nobody knows about this. And so these books are still being sold. We went out and bought these 4 books. And a lot of these families came back with the same books. Nobody offered stickers in those Girl Scout stores. Nobody offered replacement pages. So they promised that they would edit these books, and they have not. Our girls are still being taught this stuff.
So they basically lied to you.
Absolutely. And they have broken their promises. And, you know, they don't want to lose these girls. They are bread and butter. We have found also in a lot of the councils, the girls that sell the cookies, a lot of the money stays in the council. It doesn't necessarily go to GSUSA, the national group, but the national group does get a royalty check from the baker as how many cookies are being sold nationally. So that's where they get their money. But it does stay, a lot of it stays in the council. Only a very little bit stays in the actual troop. The troop, on the average, gets, 40 to 50 cents a box.
What is the truth?
the troop is what a little girl is joining. Like if she's in second grade, she and all her second grader friends are in a group or a troop.
Oh, a troop. Okay, I thought you.
Yes, and then you're involved in a unit, and the unit is involved in a council, and the council is umbrellaed under the National Girl Scouts of USA. But we have found that, for instance, in our council, 59% of the money that the girls are selling the cookies, all that revenue is 59% of the total revenue of that council. And then the salaries of the management here in our council, it takes about 60%. So if the girls did not sell the cookies, management would not get paid. There would be no council.
And with your 4 groups, different missions, you call them missions, or groups around the country that have been have become aware that Girl Scouts USA is promoting a pro-abortion agenda.
Correct.
Have you seen, I mean, I happen to look at some of these figures of WAGs, and I'm noticing that in 2008 and 2009, they've gotten less money from America than they had. Now, you might, what have you found? Have you found that running into resistance now selling cookies?
Well, WAGs does not get the money from the selling of the cookies.
Right, but have you found resistance because people are becoming aware that the Girl Scouts is pro-abortion?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
All four of these mission groups have reported many people contacting them through email saying that they're going to leave the Girl Scouts. They're going to start the American Heritage Girls at their church or at their school, which is an alternative to the Girl Scouts program. And
let me just go back to a group that you mentioned. The acronym is WAGGS, W-A-G-G-G-S. What does that stand for, and what is this outfit all about?
Okay. The World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. They are the main international group. Girl Scouts USA is one of 145 member countries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Girl Scouts of USA is a founding member, and they are the largest member of WAGs.
And they provide how much of the revenue for WAGs then?
I want to say, I'm sorry, it's on our website, and off the top of my head, I want to say...
On a percentage basis.
Right, I'm so sorry.
I think the answer is 44%.
Yeah.
I know the answer. I just want to, this is incredible. American Girl Scouts are providing WAGs in 2006, 1,762,000. In 2007, 1,817,000. In 2008, 1,553,000. In 2009, 1,486,000. So WAGs, which is a pro-abortion advocacy group, is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir. And actually,
so we're having Girl Scouts send a portion of their fees to a pro-abortion advocacy group in the tune of between $1.8 million and $1.486 million.
Correct, but it is
each year.
It's not directly from their membership fees. It all goes in the pot, but each girl is actually responsible for about 44 cents of their membership dues would go. It's a quota.
So basically, their membership dues is $12 a year, and they're providing about 44. I read 44 to 49 cents out of that $12 a year
Correct.
is going to WAGs. And when you count up the 3 million or so Girl Scouts in America, that's a big number.
It is a huge number. Again, Girl Scouts of USA will deny that. They're saying that their membership fees do not go towards the quota, but it's just fancy
obfuscation.
Yes, absolutely.
And money is
really
fungible.
The more Girl Scouts, the more Girl Scouts in GS USA, the more money goes to WAGs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And in 2008, actually, the total membership for WAGs, USA Girl Scouts, their percentage was 63.3% of the membership fee. And in 2009, the membership fee, Girl Scouts of USA contributed 64.4% of the quota out of all the different countries, out of 145 countries.
I see. So now, just as a subset of Girl Scouts, there are Catholic girls in the Girl Scouts. What if the Catholic Church turned around and said, because they're promoting a pro-abortion agenda, what if the Catholic Church said, okay, we want everybody out of the Girl Scouts USA? What would that do?
Well, I don't think Girl Scouts of USA would survive. There have been numbers quoted as how many Catholic girls are in the Girl Scouts. There is a number of 700,000 that was quoted in one article that's on our website, and 800,000 that was quoted in an article on our website. So you think, that times 12, and that's an astronomical amount of
what do you mean,
money.
What do you mean times 12?
Times $12.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes.
Their annual fee that goes straight to Girl Scouts USA.
Right.
WAGs would not survive as well.
Right. Right.
700 to 800,000 Catholic Girl Scouts over 2.2 Girl Scouts in the USA. They would not survive financially without our Catholic parishes
providing
a place for these girls and sponsoring Girl Scouts within the Catholic schools and within the Catholic parishes. They'll do anything.
I see. Now,
to keep the Catholic Church.
I see. Well, if the threat of the Catholic Church saying, hey, if you don't stop this immediately, we're going to withdraw, we're going to recommend all withdrawal. If that were to happen, I know that we've done shows here on the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops that the people that are underneath the staff employees in Washington, D.C., have been a great impediment to the pro-life movement. And who is it down there? There's an organization that is a great impediment to the Girl Scouts, or you're battling them, right? Who is that you've discovered is a real problem, a problem area within that United States Catholic of Conference Bishops?
Yes, we love what the bishops are doing right now. The USCCB has launched an official inquiry into the Girl Scouts, whether the Girl Scouts will continue their relationship with the Girl Scouts of USA, allow them to be in our parishes and be in our Catholic schools. And we really appreciate those bishops seeing how important this is. And there's a group, it's called the National Federation of Catholic Youth Ministry, the NFCYM, that we are most concerned about. We feel that they are not really looking at the whole picture, all of the truth, and really listening to Catholic families' concerns about the Girl Scouts of USA.
Well, I know that, and we need to get these people's names out there. Would you like to mention who they are that are the impediments to?
Well, the executive director of the NFCYM is Mr. Bob McCarty, and you can contact him. We actually provide a link to emailing him on our website.
Mm-hmm.
It's on our NFCYM page,
okay.
and it'll explain all our concerns about the NFCYM and our confusion as to why the NFCYM is standing up and protecting the Girl Scouts of USA. We're very concerned that our bishops are not getting the truth about the Girl Scouts USA from this group that is supposed to be a watchdog for our Catholic families.
So really, they're basically blocking it.
Correct.
They're blocking it. The guy's name is Bob McCarthy, and the woman is Sister Eileen McCann.
Sister Eileen McCain, yes, she does work for the USCCB.
Mm-hmm.
She's been very involved with the discussions, the dialogues with Girl Scouts USA. We have some concerns with her, but most of our concerns are with Bob McCarty
mm-hmm.
and the NFCYM.
Well,
absolutely.
Well, unfortunately, Rochelle, our time has come to an end. Could you just briefly give the name of your website again where people can go get a lot more information?
Absolutely. It's girlscoutswhynot.com. And we would love for you to visit our other friends' websites as well, speaknowgirlscouts.com, 100questionsforthegirlscouts.org, and honestgirlscouts.com. And we thank all those families for just putting in
thank you so
much.
We appreciate it. We hope you found today's show to be unique, informative, content-rich, truthful, and thought-provoking. We believe people need to know which heretofore traditional American institutions, such as Girl Scouts USA, have been targeted, infiltrated, subverted, and indoctrinated by the pro-abortion industry. Thanks for watching. I'm Brendan O'Connell, your friend for life.